ChineseLanguage.com.
Questions and answers involving personal names and titles. At least have gone through the first one on the 4 tones. You'll need to pay particular attention to identifying and remembering the tone patterns of words. As a speaker of English, you're not in the habit of associating contours of pitch with individual words. As a student of Chinese, you must develop that habit. Remember, there's no such thing as the right word but in the wrong tone.
你是谁？
我是王大年。
Here it is with the word-for-word translation.
你是谁？
You are who?
我是王大年。
I am Wang Danian. Now try repeating the word for I.
我
Said by itself, the word for am, 是, is in the falling tone. Try repeating am.
是
The vowel in 是 is just a prolonged R sound, 日. Try repeating am again.
是
To make this R sound, you have to curl the tip of your tongue back. The SH part of 是 is also pronounced with the tip of the tongue curled back in what we call the retroflex position. We are translating 是 as am here because we are working on the sentence, I am Wang Danian. But you'll remember that it can also be translated are and is. In other words, 是is the verb to be. The word am often gets partly swallowed up in English so that I am is contracted to I'm. In just the same way, the word 是 is often weakened in a Chinese sentence to the point where nothing is left but a toneless SH sound. Listen.
我是王大年。
But when it is emphasized, as in, yes, I am, 是 keeps its long R sound and the falling tone. Listen.
我是王大年。
Try repeating the second speaker's answer in the exchange.
你是谁？
我是王大年。
Here's another live exchange. Listen.
你是谁？
我是胡美玲。
Try repeating Miss Hu Meiling's surname. Hers is the most common of the 4 surnames spelled H-U, the one in the rising tone.
胡
Now try repeating her given name, Meiling. The tones are low rising.
美玲。
And now try repeating her full name.
胡美玲。
Try saying the full name yourself and then repeat.
胡美玲。
Now let's see if you can answer a rather unlikely question from Miss Hu ahead of Mr. King. Repeat his answer after him.
我是谁？
你是胡美玲。
Did you say, you are Hu Meiling? Try it again.
我是谁？
你是胡美玲。
Here's the next exchange. Listen.
你姓什么？
我姓王。
The verb we translate as to be surnamed, for the lack of a neat equivalent in English, is...
姓
Here's the exchange with a word-for-word translation.
你姓什么？
You are surnamed what?
我姓王。
I am surnamed Wang. It might help to think of xing as halfway between the first syllables of the English words single and shingle. If it sounds more like shingle to you, notice these 2 differences. Xing is pronounced with the tongue farther forward and with the lips spread. First, try repeating xing. Concentrate on keeping your tongue forward in a tight E position.
姓
Now, without losing the tongue position, concentrate on spreading your lips rather than protruding them.
姓
Let's compare the consonants of 是 and xing.
是姓
Now try repeating the answer in the exchange.
你姓什么？
我姓王。
Now listen carefully to Miss Hu and try to answer her question ahead of Mr. King.
我是胡美玲。我姓什么？
你姓胡。
Let's see if you can give the appropriate answers to the 2 questions, who are you and what's your name? Taking the part of Wang Danian,
你是谁？
我是王大年。
你姓什么？
我姓王。
Now try it when some of Miss Hu Meiling's questions are about herself.
我是谁？
你是胡美玲，
你是谁？
我是王大年，
你姓什么？
我姓王，
我姓什么？
你姓胡。
So far, Miss Hu and Mr. King have been discussing themselves, using 你 and 我. Now listen to them discuss a third person, Mr. Ma Mingli, live.
他是谁？
他是马明礼，
Try repeating Mr. Ma Mingli's surname. Be sure to copy the low tone.
马
Try repeating his given name, Mingli. Notice that the tones are rising low.
明礼，
Try repeating the full name.
马明礼，
Try repeating the word for he, ta. Notice the extra explosiveness of the T.
他
You'll remember that ta can also mean she. Try he or she again, making sure to give it the high tone.
他
Let's put in a few minutes on asking questions. Try repeating the word for who.
谁
You may be hearing shay as beginning with an English sh sound, but there is a slight difference. The tongue is curled back in the retroflex position for the consonant of shay. It's the same sound you had in shi. Try repeating the word for who with this R-flavored sh.
谁
Have you been paying attention to the tone? It's the rising tone. Repeat who again.
谁
Now try saying the word for who by yourself and repeat.
谁
Try repeating the whole question. Who are you?
你是谁
Now repeat the word for what.
什么
The initial consonant in 什么 is the same as the initial consonant in shay. The tip of the tongue is curled back in the retroflex position. In normal speech, the tone pattern of 什么 sounds rather like a rising tone over both syllables. Try imitating it.
什么
Try repeating the question, what's your surname?
你姓什么
At this point, you should be able to ask, who is he? Try it and repeat after the speaker. Who is he?
他是谁
Try asking, what's her surname?
他姓什么
Let's turn to the titles Mr., Mrs., Miss, and Comrade. Listen to this live exchange.
他是谁
他是马先生。
Listen carefully to the tone pattern of 先生, the word for Mr.
先生
The first syllable is in the high tone. The second is in what we call the neutral tone. Notice that it is weak and short, and that its pitch is rather low. Listen to Mr. again.
先生
The first syllable begins with the same consonant as 姓, which you make with the lips spread as if in a smile and with the tongue in a tight E position. It may help to stretch out the first syllable, 西烟, and then speed it up. 西烟, 先, 先. The second syllable of 先生 begins with the same consonant as 是 and 谁, which you make with the tongue curled back. Try repeating Mr.
先生
Your tongue has to shift gears, so to speak, between the two syllables. It's forward for the first syllable, 先, and retracted for the second, 生. You won't find this easy. It takes practice. Try repeating Mr. once more.
先生马先生
先生 can also mean sir, husband, and teacher. Here's another live exchange. Listen.
他是谁
她是马太太。
Try repeating the word for Mrs., 太太, which also means wife.
太太
The tones are falling neutral. The weak, short, neutral tone has a low pitch. Try repeating Mrs.
太太
Try saying, she is Mrs. Ma.
她是马太太
Here's another live exchange. Listen.
她是谁
她是马小姐。
Try repeating 小姐, the word for miss.
小姐
In this word, both syllables begin with the tongue in the forward position, the so-called palatal position. Let me give you both syllables in a stretched out form first, and then speed it up. The first syllable is
小
Second is
姐
the tones are rising neutral with the weak, short neutral tone in a medium pitch. Try saying Miss Ma.
马小姐，
Try saying she is Miss Ma.
她是马小姐。
Here is a live exchange you might hear on the mainland. Listen for 同志, comrade.
他是谁？
他是马同志。
Try repeating the word for comrade.
同志，
The first syllable is relatively easy, but try to give an extra explosiveness to the T as you repeat it.
同
The second syllable, 志, rhymes with 是. The tongue is curled back for the J sound and stays curled back through the long R sound. Try repeating.
志
Now try repeating comrade. The tone pattern is rising falling.
同志，
Try saying comrade Ma.
马同志，
Try saying he is comrade Ma.
他是马同志。
Now let's review what we've covered. Try putting the following English sentences into Chinese. I'm Wang Danian.
我是王大年，
What's your surname?
你姓什么？
He is Mr. Ma Mingli.
他是马明礼先生。
My surname's Wang.
我姓王。
Sir, who is he?
先生，他是谁？
She's Mrs. Ma.
她是马太太。
His surname's Ma.
他姓马，
She is Comrade Fang.
她是方同志。
You're Miss Hu Meiling.
你是胡美玲小姐。
What's his surname?
她姓什么？